Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Burning Truth.
The Late
This
Truth.
is the After Hours edition. This is 10 o'clock. This is the After Hours. The After 9 o'clock edition, where Matt Burns gets nasty and British Wrestling gets very naughty.
I get nasty? How am I meant to get nasty?
Just so you try and mess with the computer. It nearly got fucking rock bottomed.
Oh, well, it should work. It should learn to work.
It should learn to
work with me, damn it!
Hit it.
What?
Hit it.
No,
Hit
I'm not
it.
hitting it because I don't be done for assault.
So, welcome to August. How this year is going so quick.
I've blinked.
You know, Randy Orton continued the vines.
He's back.
Brock Lesnar
Continuing.
found voices in his head.
From out of nowhere.
And started delivering with RKOs.
And Suplex City trying
And
to claim.
F5s were thrown around like they were just general wrestling moves this week.
Take it!
So let's start with Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. I thought this build-up was supposed to be non-physical.
Was meant to be. But I went out the window.
Do you think they've peaked a bit early?
Oh, you mean just going straight into it?
No, I mean with the moves. Why not have a couple of build-ups to what they can do, and then
Talk.
The last week before
Go all out. They could do that, but I think the reason why they're doing this is more or less just to have them to say, "Oh, let's see what we can do with this."
How do you escalate from here? For the Randy Orton Brock Lesnar feud, how do you escalate it to the next level?
I get what you mean. I understand what you mean. Oh, and even though while we've just gone live and it's been announced on Twitter that we are live, we'd like to say a big thank you to Cheap Pop Shop who liked the tweet that we are live.
Right here from Stoke-on-Trent. Bang bang!
They're not from Stoke-on-Trent. We are.
I know. That's what I said. From right here from Stoke-on-Trent.
That's all right. That's all right. All right.
From the heart of Stoke-on-Trent. For Stokies. For the millions listening at home and the two Stokies in the studio.
Whoa. I was just about to say, do you think there's a million Stokies? Oh, there's a lot of us, but I don't think there's... Would you say there's millions? Really? In Stoke?
You never know.
Possible.
So, how do we escalate Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton?
They'll find a way.
How do we take it to the next level where it seems like a realistic build?
More Germans. Suplexes.
But I didn't want to go against each other till the last week.
I know what you're saying. But the difference is...
like now, do they take the foot off the gas now they've mixed? To just get the promos of I can hit an RKO from out of nowhere.
I can hit F5 from out of nowhere.
Is the build going to go the wrong way round?
I get what you mean. Is it going to build slow, epic?
In musical terms, we called it a crescendo and a decrescendo. Are we going to see a decrescendo?
That's the thing. We don't know. We've got to wait and see. We've got to...
Because I know Daniel Bryan's at Raw on Monday, but Randy Orton hasn't been announced.
Could he be coming out of nowhere again?
Is Brock Lesnar there?
Who knows when he turns up?
Does he drop Paul Heyman with an RKO? Does he hit Stephanie again?
I doubt they'll have him hitting Stephanie again. I doubt it. Because Stephanie doesn't get any physical violence against her. The one time that the crowd was able to get back at Stephanie was when she had that little slip up after she slapped Shane.
It's just... I personally think the build-up's going to go the wrong way. Which is a shame, because it had the potential to be one of the best feuds of this year. Because it's a matchup that hasn't been pushed before.
The one thing I've got to point out, right, is everybody ready for Wrestling 101? In regards to this. They've never fought.
They did an OVW, but
No, they haven't WWE.
On a Raw.
On SmackDown,
Right.
where Brock handed Orton a ass kicking.
Was this Overdrive Orton?
Overdrive Orton.
That don't really count.
Doesn't really count. So what? WWE just gone, delete them years. Oh yeah.
Broken Matt Hardy has deleted that.
He might have deleted that by accident trying to delete Jeff.
Talking about deleting things, and this is a nice little segue. Do you know what the WWE Network has kindly deleted in the last 2 days?
Jeff Hardy?
No. Chris Benoit's Raw episode.
What?
The Raw episode for Chris Benoit's tribute. Gone.
Ooh.
Never happened. It's not in the archives.
It didn't happen.
It's not here, it didn't happen.
So, are they saying that Vince McMahon never revealed he was dead? That
He used his higher powers to come back.
Oh, get out! His divine powers, the ones that he's supposed. No. We're not going down this road again. No. I know where you're leading it. No.
Why I'm losing 1999?
No.
Still real to me.
No. I'm not going down that road.
Please.
Nope.
Why?
Nope. I can already see where you're leading it. You're leading it to a certain feud, to a certain moment, to a certain time when he decided to do something absolutely batshit crazy that people actually questioned his sanity.
It went interesting after once Austin started controlling WWE headquarters. That was interesting.
Yes. But anyway, we need to get back to the current times, don't we? Back to WWE versus SmackDown Live.
Do we feel like it's a brand split yet?
Possibly.
I don't.
Well, that's what I said. Possibly.
I think it'll feel more like it after SummerSlam.
Yep.
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
But it does with the Orton and Lesnar thing. Doesn't, however, the fact that when you're watching Raw, if you're watching it live, goes to a break. You can watch SmackDown tomorrow night on. Then you watch SmackDown. You can watch Raw on. Why are you advertising each other?
It's supposed to be competition.
You don't advertise your competition. I know, right? What culture have pointed this out? What culture have? And I know you're not the best. You don't think highly of them. But they're pointing out to the point where it's like, this is the second week. Stop advertising each other. You're meant to be competition.
I'm actually about to plug What Culture later on.
I know exactly why.
Probably the first and only time I will willingly plug them.
It's true. It's true.
It's damn true. You know, I thought I could hack off my arm and slap you around the face with it, but no. This is not The Walking Dead.
Whoops. Anyway, let's get back to it. A lot of people have been actually asking where Paige is.
Paige is injured.
Paige is actually injured. That's the reason why she isn't actually on.
However, the rumour is that she might be leaving. Because a certain Alberto Del Rio has a out clause.
You have an out clause. But is it that far in the relationship?
Doesn't matter if it's that far in the relationship. You know, if Poppy says jump, Mamacita goes how high.
Yeah, but if Poppy is going to cost Mama, the top company in the world, there should be questions.
I know, but Mamacita's got Britain, Mexico, Japan,
True, but
and everywhere else to work. She isn't going to be short of money for the first year.
no, she isn't. No,
And she might have to work longer matches than 2 minutes.
You might have a point there. Just pray that she doesn't go to a certain company that I know you hate. Oh, I it begins with I.
Not Impact.
I was about to say.
The only impact she's getting is off the corkscrew kick from Alberto Del Rio at night.
So now you're accusing him of beating her.
Not beating, just being up all that. The Axis presidential election state.
Leave it there. I can already see where you're going with this. We'll leave it there. If anybody wants to know what he means, just look it up. You'll understand that.
So it'll be an interesting one. But I do think she'll be better used outside WWE than she is being used in it at the moment. And it'll also give her time to mature.
True. However...
Because she's still young.
Yeah, she is still young. However, at the moment, she can't do anything because she's injured.
2 weeks off.
Supposedly, she's meant to be out until next year.
No, only 2 weeks.
Let's wait and see.
That's going from Dave Meltzer.
Let's wait and see. I say. Any more news you want to cover?
I think what's an interesting point is that Tommy Dreamer has been reached out to sign a WWE contract. And the reason he's turned down is because he doesn't want to compromise his House of Hardcore dates. Because he thinks he can still grow House of Hardcore. He hasn't said no to working with WWE. He just wants to work on a pay-as-you-work deal, not a you work this many dates a year.
And all of the dates are obsolete. Fair enough.
So, in all fairness to Tommy, if he wants to do that, he's earned his right. He's 53. He's not getting younger.
But he's getting more. But he's getting more bruises. Definitely. But anyway, one thing I want to point out.
And while we're on about contracts, Zack Sabre Jr. has been telling sources close to him that he doesn't want to sign a WWE contract yet, as he feels he's still got something to prove outside the WWE. Now, I don't know what your opinion is on this, but is he wise for turning down a contract with WWE at this stage in his career?
You could say that.
There's only so many times they come knocking.
That I will agree. I will agree. But take into account Finn Balor did the same thing. Did he not?
I don't know why he doesn't try to get a pay-as-you-work deal.
I think he wants to work in the same companies that outside of WWE, that are sort of just outside the reach and whatnot.
I know at this stage in his career he could probably earn more outside of WWE for working a lighter schedule.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But the merchandise sales you get off WWE could...
More than enough make up for it, is what you're saying. Understandable. However, if he feels he wants... The question is, what does he want, is the question. Does he want... Is he in it for the merchandise sales? Is he in it for the wrestling? Is he in it? The only person who knows that would be himself. And at this stage, if he's already got certain dates already booked, already covered that WWE wants him to give up or whatever, he might be showing loyalty to what he currently already has.
I just think it's interesting how, at this stage in his career,
WWE may not, if he turns it down, everyone seems to think WWE will say, right, that's it, we're done with him. However,
it depends how he turns it down.
WWE could actually turn around and say, right, fair enough, clean up your dates, let us know when you're open, you're fully open, and we'll talk business. And then they'll reach again. If he keeps doing it, but more than twice, more than 3 times, or whatever, then they will lose interest.
I just think it depends on how he deals with it.
We'll
Having a
have to see.
reputation of the best British wrestler, well, best technical wrestler in the world that isn't signed with him at the moment, that's fine. Would they want him to put a bit of body mass on? More than probably.
More than probably.
So that's probably another thought for him.
Possibly, but it's the question that they need to ask is also is, does he want to put more body mass on? Is he does he feel that he won't be able to do with more body mass that what he's able to do? Because the style that he does is quite very niche.
I know, but it isn't like he's flying around the ring all the time, is it?
No, but some of the stretches he has to do does require him to be more limber than most.
I don't think they're after a lot of mass. They just want.
I know what you mean. But yeah, we'll have to see where this goes. Personally, in regards to this, I say, because this could either go one of two ways. If I'm not mistaken, it can. It can either go. It can either go really right in the sense of, oh, fair enough, I understand, or it could go into, what the hell you're thinking, right? Cut him.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how WWE deals with that. I know they've offered contracts to Tajiri, Brian Kendrick as well. Another one that might not be signing is Kyoto.
Right.
It just depends if he gets offered a little bit more money, but that'll be an interesting one. If he gets offered his money, then yes, I think he'll sign. If he stays where he is, probably not.
It's a possibility. We'll have to just see how it goes. All in all, I say. But anyway, we need to move on to the next subject. One subject we need to get off. I need to get off the chest straight away. Daniel Bryan announcing new belts. What do you think?
He announced this on a radio show. Is that the right place to announce belts?
He didn't exactly announce it on a radio show either. He announced it on like the Smack Talk, which it is part radio, but it's also on YouTube. You can actually watch it.
I know. But then again, he announced it on the wrestling show. I can't remember which one it's called. I think it's an American one that only goes out to certain areas, and he announced it on there as well. You know, is that the right place? You save them announcements for TV,
I get you.
or do you announce them on shows where people might not watch the link?
It might be doing that just try something. They're trying something different, possibly, but we'll see. However, I noticed that Daniel Bryan supposedly had a quick jab at Raw, mentioning that he won't be naming any of the belts the Universal, which I thought was quite funny.
I don't blame him. Who wants to name something after the universe? How big the universe is, you know?
It's vast.
Vast, and this match is scheduled for the Universal title. That doesn't sound like a main event. It sounds like something off a fucking video game.
or some kind of sci-fi film.
This is for the Universal title.
This is for the Universal title.
In one corner, we have from the planet Zod.
Planet Zod.
Well, they're going for the universe. And then, you know, you can have something from Zarfa in the next one.
So basically, we go from, in one corner we have from Earth, Finn Balor, and he's going up against, from the finger-pointing planet, E.T.
Could you imagine E.T. winning the world title? Oh, fuck.
World title. Universal title.
It'd be a world universal title, I imagine. They're going to Japan soon, aren't they?
Oh, good lord. So they're going to name it, so they're going to double up on the name and go, it's from the Universal title to the World Universal. That doesn't lower the word Universal.
it extends it out. This is for your World Wrestling Universal title. Excuse me?
Excuse me? What?
Universal?
Is it Universal?
What idea was that?
No, there is plenty of Universal titles out there. It just doesn't. So what? does Universal mean they have to defend it in 6 different countries? Or 3 different planets? Because if that's the case, then seeing as this is the day, it's not even debuted yet. How the hell is it the Universal? Are we expecting Finn or Seth second they win it? We're wrestling on Mars. Next Jupiter, and followed by Saturn.
Could you imagine a zero gravity RKO?
No impact. My God, from out of nowhere, and it did nothing. In F5. It hasn't landed. It's gone. Huh? Why's he getting up? It wouldn't make sense.
No, but that's the Universal title. On to the next.
On to the next, and this is going to hurt you more than me. This is going to hurt you more than me. Because we've got to bring up the company. Impact Wrestling. Have you been watching it lately?
No.
Have you heard anything about it?
No.
Have you seen what Lashley is? So you don't know about Lashley?
Don't want to know. Company does not exist. They have no world title. They have no television title.
Oh, they don't have a television title. They have 3 belts. No, 4 actually. They have the TNA World Heavyweight title, the X Division, the King of the Mountain, and the Tag Team titles. Now, Tag Team titles are, if I'm not mistaken, around the K. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, where's the Heavyweight title? Where's the Heavyweight title?
SmackDown.
No. Where's the TNA World Heavyweight title?
Between Lashley.
It's Lashley. Do you know where the X Division title is?
Lashley.
Lashley.
You mentioned this last week.
Yeah.
But it's going back to...
Yeah, it is. But I'm about to point something else out now. King of the Mountain. James Storms just won it.
Right.
Lashley walks down. Right. Give me the belt or fight me. For all belts. So basically, what they've done is, whoever wins that match next week, this is, I think, is it pre-recorded? Yeah, pre-recorded. One of them, would you be interested in looking it up, or?
Will own all the belts.
One of them will own all the belts.
No, because it's a 10-pot company.
Or they'll make up some bullshit rule where it'll be a DQ, like they did with the X Division. Then Lashley will fight for it again, possibly win it, and then one person's got all the single titles.
They had the chance to do something special at the beginning of the year. The Pope and Josh Matthews on commentary is like listening to nails on a chalkboard.
Nails on a understatement. Understatement. Josh, when he talks normal,
I would rather listen to heel Michael Cole.
I agree with you.
I would rather listen to Eva Marie cut a promo.
I agree with you. I preferred it when Mark Adamle was on commentary.
Jeff.
Harvey? Was it Harvey?
And now it's Brother Nero.
Absolute.
Mark Adamle is Slipper G in there somewhere.
Please. Please!
Anyway.
Huh?
Brother Zero.
Anyway, the point being is, why would they have all the single titles of one person? Oh, my mistake. I do apologise. I did forget one title. The Knockouts. But guess what?
What?
Do you know why I'm not paying attention on the Knockouts?
Why?
Because it's boring!
TNA used to have the best women's division in the world.
And do you know why it's boring right now? Have you seen who's got in charge of it?
Maria Kanellis?
Yeah, do you know what the problem is with it is?
What?
Is it fair? No.
Is life fair?
No. Understandably. I've heard of stacking the deck, but then when you get it's that bad. Stars are leaving.
I know, but eventually Gail Kim's going to rise above it and go, yes, I'm the conqueror. And
I'm the conqueror. Yay! Now what do we do? Get knocked off the top by someone ordered by Maria Kanellis, say goodbye, and then get fired or move on to WWE.
Does Maria pin Gail Kim?
It's going to happen. You can see it. The writing's on the flipping wall. It's appalling.
Are you done with pain and misery?
I wish. I wish. EC3 is going to Bound for Glory. And somehow we're expecting Drew to be involved because he's got a big beef with EC3 because he supposedly cost him his chance by hitting him with a candlestick that was aimed for the Miracle, Mark Bennett.
Still can't believe Mark Bennett's class as a miracle. There's plenty of things I can cost Mark Bennett,
No,
and a miracle isn't one of them.
No, he isn't. The Miracle is the Miracle, Mark Bennett.
I know, but there's plenty of things I can class him off as, and the miracle is not one of them.
What would you classify him as?
It's not repeatable on radio.
Oh, come on, let's hear your view.
One of them begins with a G, and the next letter begins with a B.
That's fair enough. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
Answers on the postcard, folks.
Answers on a postcard. Even though we haven't given you a location. Tell you what, email it us. Email it us, send it on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you can find us, send it.
So, let's move on.
Let's move on from there.
ICW.
ICW. What?
The Fire Squad?
The Fire Squad.
The local Fire Squad.
The local Fire Squad.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
The ICW Tag Team Champions. And then to ruin it, to borrow a line from Robert Williams, and then you go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like, I'm still the champions. Mark Kofi and Jackie Polo. I thought Jackie Polo was just a manager.
Nope. He isn't. Nope. We were there when he wrestled.
Decent in-ring worker.
Who?
Jackie Polo.
It's not too bad. However, do take into account when we saw him, he somehow at the end of it had his face broken.
It'll be interesting. I think the local Fire Squad will come out the end of it with the titles.
Yeah.
For the moreover, the Bloodhouse Gang entrance was brilliant.
Oh, magic.
So funny.
You and me.
What do you think about the Pinky here?
I did not expect that. I did not expect that. It came out of left field. And have you heard him actually in the celebration after? Have you heard it?
Yeah.
Shaw Samuels. Oh, I'm with my Pinky, go to Pinky parties. I looked, I was like, this is a guy I am used to clobbering heads off.
He looks like he's enjoying himself.
But, bingo. You've just hit the nail. You just hit the nail on. Anyway, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to notice that. Can't clearly mention that he is enjoying himself.
Yeah,
and he is. Which is good.
Yeah.
Because if anybody isn't enjoying themselves when wrestling, then there's a serious problem.
There is.
And what makes it so funny is you got Grado, Mark Dallas, and you can see them. They are genuinely enjoying themselves, and it's a rarity.
Everyone in ICW, I think, enjoys themselves. They've got their own developmental in there as well.
Yeah, they have. They've got their own developmental. They seem to be going places. It's good that they're doing.
The infrastructure is there.
Yes, I want to bring up one point now.
Go on.
And see what you think. ICW heavyweight. Do you know about it?
Joe Kofi.
Joe Coffey. You know what happened?
I don't know about the finish. I know he's facing Kurt Angle, which was only due to the winner. But I reckon that the big guy retained by disqualification or interference.
You think Big Demo left with the RCW?
Yeah.
I may have to shock you now. Big Demo did not leave with the RCW heavyweight. Well, correction. The ICW World Heavyweight Championship. Joe Coffey beat him.
Okay.
However, Joe Coffey didn't leave with the bout either. Wolfgang did.
From the Black Label.
Yep. And you know how?
Cashing in.
Yep. He come down, cashed in last second, and stole the title from him. Stole the title, the title from him. There was an interview after it. Oh.
I know Kofi's got Kurt Angle.
Yeah, because of it.
At Fear and Loathing.
Yep. But he's got no.
Has Wolfgang got Big Damo? Who does Wolfgang face? Does he face Drew Galloway at Fear and Loathing?
I doubt he'll face Drew. Because is Drew not part of the Black Label anymore?
Yes, but what's stopping Drew's ego wanting?
True. That is true. However, it just shocks me that they let him go straight in and Wolfgang comes in and just takes it away from him.
Yeah, but it's building up for a future program, innit?
It
Set
does.
the seeds, get Kurt Angle in, get Kurt Angle out. Mick Foley announced he's still making Fear and Loathing.
Hey.
He won't be at Survivor Series.
Hey. Sure.
Does that mean we're going to have a Raw GM for Survivor Series?
Does that mean he's getting replaced?
I want Bischoff. I want Bischoff.
Is that because you wanted to see him snog Stephanie again?
Nope. It's because I had to want to see a heel manager on Raw.
There is a heel manager on Raw.
A heel general manager.
There is a heel general manager. Oh, sorry. No, I mean, owner of Raw. That's definitely McMahon.
3 faces versus 1 heel does not make compelling television.
Nick will turn. He'll turn.
So will John Cena eventually.
Yeah, he'll twist his ankle.
Yeah, precisely.
But that's it.
Talking about John Cena has confirmed himself he will be taking a break from WWE very shortly to film season 2 of American Grit.
Right, he will. So does that mean he's going to be losing the feud?
Does he have to lose the feud? Can he win the feud and lose the war?
How?
Win the match and then get taken out?
AJ's got no friends.
He's got a club.
On another show.
We were at the pay-per-view.
You might have a point there. But we'll see. We'll see. And that brings a good point. We have Seth. We have Finn. Can we see Finn doing something dastardly and joining the club at SummerSlam? Or do you see them attempting to recruit him and then saying no? What would you say? What would you say?
Yeah, it'll be interesting what happens at SummerSlam.
We've got many doors opening. Many doors, it's going to be interesting. So we'll have to see how it goes. It's nice to see that the boss is the women's champion and will be defending the title. right? But yeah, it's a definite. I agree. But one thing I will point out. Did you see the interaction on Raw between the boss and a certified G?
I thought that was very decent. I don't know where they're going with Big E's injury at the moment.
Oh,
Playing on a groin injury.
but then again, he might have a shoulder injury,
No, they're playing on a groin injury.
groin injury.
Have you ever had a groin injury?
Oh yeah, not pleasant. Not pleasant. That's
I think it's interesting. There's a lot of interesting points. Something that we're going to more cover next week than we will this week. This week's just like a catch up, an express fly up.
It is because one of us decided to be late. My apologies.
No, it was me.
It wasn't. It's me. It was me.
One of us decided to try arrange a practice session.
It was me. It was me all along. I'm always late.
The other one decided to drive there late.
It was me.
So that's interesting. We'll explain more about what's going on.
We will.
There's some pipeline
News coming soon.
Yes, we have got some content filmed.
We have got some content filmed that is actually scheduled to be released. We haven't decided on when. However, you will be made aware. It'll either be as a replacement episode to a live, or if necessary, we will be making announcements on the.
I think it's fair to say we could possibly, if we reach a certain number of likes on this, we could release part 1.
I'm down with that. And shall we give me a little hint on what the content is?
If you want to.
It's something that we've already done one section of. It's something that we've already revealed, but we've only got one side. Do we need to flip the coin and reveal something of Nathan?
Yes, we have done a origin.
Beginnings.
Origins.
Beginnings.
Origins.
Beginnings.
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 Origins.
Beginnings.
Oranges.
You full well know why it's beginnings.
Oranges?
No, it's not oranges, it's beginnings.
Origins?
The origins will be explained, but this is the beginnings. We're leaving it there. End of. On the top.
And there's some more content.
There's some more content to be. Some to be re-recorded, and some of it for future projects being recorded.
Yeah. And some of it has already been recorded.
Some of it's already been recorded, some of it to be recorded, and some of it just planned in the pipeline.
So there's some exciting stuff on it.
We have got some interesting news coming up. One thing I want to point out right now, because one subject we haven't brought up yet, and it's not massive yet. It's going to be a little bit tiny. Oh wait, no, it isn't. It's the British wrestling independent scene, which we need straight hit out.
Can I? And I'm only going to say this once. WCPW have pulled the blinder.
Oh,
they've only gone and booked part 2 of Kurt Angle versus Cody Rhodes.
Part 2, baby.
Only gone and booked part 2 with Cody Rhodes doing the worst plug in the world. No, it's even worse than Mick Foley going right here, in wherever we are tonight.
Go on, what is it?
He's posted Oasis lyrics when they're in Manchester.
Interesting.
Not interesting.
It's interesting.
Fucking awful.
It's interesting to some.
Awful.
Anyway, back on it. We've got Cody Rhodes versus Kurt Angle. We've also got another match that's also happening, the Kurt Angle Invitational Rumble, where whoever wins it gets a match against Kurt Angle.
Where
at WCPW.
So he's doing more than one show.
So he is doing more than one show. So he isn't just a one-night contractor. Oh, wait. Can still be a one-night contractor, possibly. Depending on how you look at it.
So he isn't going up all night.
Anyway, they're going to be quite busy with that, I think. Another thing I want to point out, and this is to do at Progress.
Progress.
Progress Wrestling, the Progress World Heavyweight Championship. It's got a long line of champions. However, it has just had a record broken. Do you know what record that would be?
It is the Party Marty Skirtle, the villain.
The villain, Marty Skirtle, has become the first ever two-time Progress World Heavyweight Champion at Malice in is it Malice in Allison Land? Is it? No, Alice in Malice Land, I believe. I do apologise if I've got it wrong. I do apologise. I'm just checking my sources right now, so I do apologise if that's the case.
You had one job.
It's not easy getting all the dates and shows. They do go from one show to another quite rapidly. They have that many. Cut me some slack, will you? Please. You won't do it, will you? You won't. Now it's at Malice in Wonderland, Chapter 33, which was on the 31st of July 2016. So far, Marty Skirtle has been champion for 6+ days. And it's the first two-time
World champion.
that he is, beating Pastor William Ava. Who, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he been linked to another YouTube star? What don't you know about this? Pastor William Ava has actually been linked in the past with a YouTube star. One that you've watched yourself, if I'm not mistaken. KSI from Ruling Sports, where he actually gave KSI a lesson in wrestling.
Well, that's fair enough. Right. Have you got any other British wrestling this week? I know we've covered ICW. You've covered WCPW.
Actually, we do have some. We do have some British wrestling. But it's in WWE.
Go on.
CWC. That ring a bell?
Well, this is where we'll end. So it best be good.
Noam Wrestling, phenomenally. And we've also got a certain gentleman wrestling. So Jack Gallagher. Gentleman Jack Gallagher, who wrestled so awesomely. Mick Foley already wants to sign him a contract on Raw, supposedly already. He absolutely loved the style.
I think Jack Gallagher will get signed. I think Noam Dar's still got a little bit learn. I think Noam Dar's about 2 years too early.
You think?
He can still do some time in ICW and the rest of promotions, PCW.
No, I think he's ready.
I don't.
I think he is, but that's my personal opinion.
I'd like a couple more years of him on the British scene, build him up.
And we also had the best technical British wrestler,
Zack Sabre,
wrestling as well, and people were quite amazed at how bendy he was.
Well, that's interesting, but
we also had one match that supposedly stood out, which, if I'm not mistaken, was friend against friend.
Tassimo
Ciampa versus
Johnny Gargano.
Mr. Wrestling Johnny Gargano. Or Johnny Wrestling.
I'm about to throw something out there, but do you think No Gimmicks Needed is about 20 years
late?
Yeah, he would have fitted in so good.
No Gimmicks. Which one?
The one with Sonny.
Oh, no. You mean in the tournament? Yes, he would have. He would have, but unfortunately, God rest his soul.
But, he was so ahead of his time. Could you imagine him in this tournament?
He'd be knocking it out of the park. But it's nice to see some good talent.
Would you like to tell the folks what I'm on about?
I'll leave it to you.
Go on.
No, I'll leave it to you.
This is your expertise.
No, this is your expertise.
It's yours.
You're revealing it. Right, you really want me to reveal it for you?
Yes.
Chris Candido. Was that so hard to say?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Right. The man is a legend. He was a, former bodybuilder. He then became Mr. No Gimmicks Needed.
Which is really gimmick.
It suited him so well.
Especially with Sonny.
If I'm not mistaken, one nickname that I never could get over, and I thought would have suited Sonny more, but then later on I sort of got the gist and made it more funny. How we had the nickname the Blonde Bombshell. Everyone's like, why is he called the Blonde Bombshell? He's blonde, and the fact that he could power bomb you into oblivion. Pretty much.
Chris Candido, it's God rest his soul. He would have done so well.
He would have done so well. And he would have.
And he would have got him. So, yes, that's where we'll end this week. If you want to find us.
Well, there is one thing we want to give a shout out to. We did it last week. We would like to give another shout out, once again, to
Andy,
who's a part of which group? Ah, you don't know, do you? That would be the hashtag UKFWZ, which stands for
the UK Fan Wrestling Zone.
UK Wrestling Fan Zone.
Oh, it's close.
Close enough. Give them a check out. Give them a check out. You'll find them on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and everything.
I'd also like to shout out to the oldest wrestling company in the world today.
Oh, no kidding.
Smoky Mountain NWA.
Oh, Smoky Wrestling, yeah. We've got NWA Smoky Wrestling.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
No. Well, we've got NWA. Wrestling. We'll get back to this at some point. But yeah, we always give out a shout out. We do recommend you one podcast I do want to give a mention to called The Wrestling Gazelle, which is a lot of which has some wrestlers on it. The UK Wrestle Fan Zone actually are associated with, and it's got a lot of wrestlers formerly that used to wrestle at EDW that I've formerly met and wrestled. So give them a check out. Anyway, with that being said, and on that bombshell, I'm going to recommend you check out your local wrestling, and to point out that we are actually proud sponsors of the Plaza Double League.
Hey!
What?
Hey!
Quite amazed that I actually threw that one in.
Yeah, I'm there. 4 trophies this season.
4 trophies. 4 trophies. He's happy. But anyway, I recommend you check out your local wrestling. If you want us to hit up any topics, you know where to find us. Messages, tweeters, YouTubers. Send us your messages.
Subscribe and share.
That sounds dirty. But we'll run with it. Anyway, this has been Matt Burns, Nathan Goff, the man, the myth, the legend.
And a 5-foot bear in the background.
No, that's not a 5-foot bear. That's just a new sound guy.
It's more useful.
I'm more quiet. Anyway, catch you next week, folks.